Hey guys, welcome to another week of God Bless Grandma's Garage. In this week's episode, we're going to try to fix a transmission. We're going to fix an AC. We're going to put some primer on the Jeep. And hopefully we can get that radiator that we ordered so that we can make the show up there this weekend of Burning of the Bricks in Pampa, Texas. So let's get rolling.
Yo!
Well, guys, welcome back to another week. We had the radiator problem. We got that one ordered. And so right now we're just going to start working on the transmission. What's happening is we can start the engine and we put it in the gear, we put it in reverse, we put it in the drive, and it just starts grinding. Well, again, like I said, this thing's been sitting for 10 years. So I really think that when we pulled it, we had to pull lines and we had to pull all kinds of other things. So it drained a lot of the transmission fluid. Could also be that it's clogged. It being sitting that long that the transmission could be clogged. So that's what we're going to do. We plan on just draining it, putting some B12 inside there and trying to clean it out, and hopefully we can get that thing up and running. And like I said, later on, we'll try to just install a rebuilt transmission, but we're just trying to get everything up and running right now. So we'll get down there and we'll start pulling the transmission pan and seeing what we got, man. So there you are. All right. What we're doing, I got a bolt up here. We're going to take a bracket off. I don't know if I can let y'all see it or not, but I'm trying to unscrew it. If y'all can't see it anyways, I'll get it. It's a little Torx bolt. We're planning on draining this pan and putting more B12 in there. And yeah, both of us on the ground, it ain't too good because it takes us a while to get up. But yeah, we're fighting. We're getting her done. So as soon as we start taking off the pan, we'll bring you back. We're just trying to get this one bolt off. You see here, get you in there. Right up in here was those bolts that we were taking out. There's another one on that side, so we got this one out so we can get this bracket off here. Now we're gonna Big A's down there pulling the bolts so we can drain the oil pan. Once we get the oil pan drained, then we'll go and check out his AC on top of his house and let this drain for a little bit. All right, well, I'm going to tell you something, guys. That's not what transmission fluid's supposed to look like. So, it's pretty old. I'm pulling out the filter right now. It should just pop right out. I guarantee it is. So, what our plan is right now, we're going to let it drain, and we will be back to it here after a while. But yeah, just got to let all that stuff drain. That's some nasty oil there.
Whatever you got on the street.
That stuff looks worse than rig oil. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's transmission fluid. I don't think I shoved anything else down inside there, but you never know. You never know with me, especially when I was out there running them rigs. But yeah, draining it, cleaning it. Nice carb choke. Some good, pretty stuff, huh?
Pretty nasty.
Milky, come on. It ain't nasty.
Pretty nasty. Extremely nasty.
So like I said, we're going to get all that cleaned up. And then we'll put it back on and see what we have. We're going to let it drain for a couple hours because we got some other business to take care of.
It looks like mud running out of there.
Well, it was. I was a mud engineer.
That is nasty.
Yeah, mud and math, buddy. Mud, math.
Nasty.
Mud, math, and metal. How about the three M's?
Mud, math, and metal. That's plenty nasty.
That's about the only things I know. Mud, math, and metal. So, yeah. Don't y'all like it?
Man.
Oh, Tyler's seen worse on my trucks. He's come down there and seen worse on my truck.
Wow. I don't believe I've ever seen chocolate milk run out of a transmission.
What?
Maybe they were a quart low. Maybe stopped in at Allsups and got a quart of chocolate milk and put in there.
It was me. I did it.
Well, if it was you, you put a gallon in there.
Hey, you know what they say?
Yeah.
Once you go chocolate,
Yeah.
it's gonna rock it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty, huh? Wouldn't even come out, you said? When you poured the gas in, it didn't come out?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Now you got it cleaned up. Let's throw it back in. It's good.
Yeah. Just think of what's in that torque converter.
Yeah, well,
We may put it back in, put this filter back in, and run some B12 through that deal and get what's in that torque converter out, because that's pretty nasty. Because it's just going to end up clogging it up again. We
no.
know. So much for that.
All right, what we're doing is just gathering some parts. We're going to go back over to the AC like we were last week. Starting the week off with another AC, but this one we're just going to go replace it real quick while he starts the engine. Well, we're back at it again. So, yeah, I'm going to take it apart, and we're going to go ahead and get the motor, capacitor. I think it might be the resistor. We're going to get those out, take them, replace them, see if that can't stop our problem. All right, I unhooked the power, so we're going to disconnect this thingy, I guess, or maybe just pull this off here and then try to get this fan out. See what we can do.
This is this.
Yeah, that's what that is there.
Okay.
But this is your capacitor. And when it gets up to 88 miles an hour, you're about ready to see some serious All right, we got the new capacitor put in there. So all we're waiting for is some power and 88 miles an hour. All right, we got it all hooked back together. Looks nice. Don't know what we're gonna do, but hopefully that capacitor right there was a trick. Then I hooked this back up there. They said that this over here was for the heater. Not really still sure what it is, but anyways, now we're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna go plug it in. Once we plug it in, then we see if it works. Putting the fuse back together. All right. Well, thank you to Larry Baker. They heating, AC, and plumbing. They actually just gave us a capacitor because we didn't know which size it was going to be. So
Thanks to Kyle.
Thanks to Kyle. I don't know if you can see James. Whoa. Yeah, I can't feel my legs, so it's not good to be up here. But we're going to head back over to the shop and play the transmission. Hopefully it's the last time we have to mess with it this year. But old ACs and old equipment. Hey, we're getting there. We're going to get some new units. All right, so we got some B12. We're going to fill the transmission up with oil here in just a little bit. Run it through its cycle, put some B12 in there, run it for a little while. Hopefully, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then we'll just end up draining it later and then just clean it all out. What we're worried about is over there in the pumpkin, the torque converter. We haven't gotten anything cleaned out of that yet. So that's what Big A's trying to tell me as he's cleaning the pan right now. So just taking a putty knife, getting that rubber off, cleaning that pan. It's the old gasket. It was pretty nasty. It had about ½ inch of gunk laying at the bottom of that thing, I guess. I mean, the magnet wasn't doing anything because it couldn't get down in there into it. So I don't know what's inside this transmission, but what do you think? It looks good?
Looks better now. Leaking like that, You had to be recorded.
That's a feedlot, man.
Not me. Not this time.
So yeah, seriously, this pan had probably that much sediment at the bottom. You couldn't even tell there was a magnet in there. You couldn't even tell really that there was that little divot here where your oil filter housing sits on. Yeah, we're gonna get down here and try to wipe off the bottom and see what it looks like. See what y'all think. Get a light over here. Well, I don't know. So I go down here and clean these gaskets down on here off. So we'll get down, get the wire wheel and start cleaning it off. And we'll get back to you. Yeah, there's still some gaskets down here. Where's it coming out of?
Right here, where that shift plunger is.
Right there.
There was a lot coming out a minute ago. There's a plunger that goes in there. I've sprayed in it.
Oh, it doesn't look nasty now.
I can just imagine what this valve body looks like under here. Maybe it's all right.
Well,
Once we pour that stuff in there, it's going to clean up the gunk, dirt and sludge or whatever's in there.
all right. So what is this piece that broke?
Solenoid, shift solenoid.
Shift solenoid. Looks like a little bitty motor.
Shift solenoid.
All right, we'll see if O'Reilly's has that.
Call them and see if they got any shift solenoid.
You guys dropped the valve bodies, you said.
Didn't want to do that.
Oh well, it needs to be cleaned anyways. We got time. Either we make it or we don't. But we gonna get it running.
Yeah.
Be all right. It'll be all right. So we got small bolts and big bolts, right?
Yeah.
You're just going in there and marking all the small bolts. That's quite smart.
That's all that I can see without my glasses. That's small anyway.
We're gonna take this out.
Put my phone up
This
there
is
out of
the
way.
this is the piece that we broke off. We were gonna spray fluid up in there just to clean it up, carb cleaner in there, just kind of blow it in there, but didn't work. So we're taking it all off anyways, and well, it needed to be taken off anyways. So that's what we're doing. He's over here mad at me because we're taking it apart. He broke it. But I say we should have took it apart anyways, because that thing was bad. It's all good. We could be, vacationing in the Bahamas or something.
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Gonna clean it all up. All little ball bearings inside there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're all in there. We don't want to turn it over or spill it out because then they go everywhere. So be careful when you drop that. Keep all the little bearings together, but really ain't nothing much, I guess. As long as I don't take them damn babies out. So what our plan is, we're gonna lay some cardboard over this. And this has all the bearings sitting in that side there. So we're gonna put the cardboard over it and try to flip it without dropping all the BBs. See if we can do that. The reason why we broke this solenoid switch was we didn't know that there was a clip. They went right down inside here, and he just pulled it out with the dentist tool. Now he's pushing the rest of it out that we broke off. So. Can I get a better needle nose on there? Maybe. That's the solenoid switch we broke off.
See if Ted's got one. Go to O'Reilly's and see if we got one. O'Reilly's. Good O'Reilly.
Well, this is the new one. And that's the old one. The old one's 3 parts. Comes in 3 little pieces right here. And the new one comes in 1. So maybe that might fix the problem.
Maybe so.
Maybe it'll drive now, huh? How about that?
It'll work, maybe it'll work. You don't have any mud in it now. There's no sludge in it now. So.
Would you just wiggle it in there?
I put some lube on it. Put her back in.
There goes the pin. Need a flathead?
I've got one over here. There it went. It popped in. Now I can finish blowing it off.
Are all the BBs there?
Yeah, all the little BBs stayed
Alright, so we didn't mess it up.
in. We'll mess this up. None of this messed up. It was just that we'll put a little bit on them corners right there. All it does is just in between the plate, the body of the transmission and the bottom housing of the transmission.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna get it down there, and we're gonna crawl our butts down there and try to install this. So maybe you see it, maybe you won't. Either way, we're gonna put it in. All right, so we got everything buttoned up. James, Big A's down there. Finished putting the pan on. We got everything buttoned back up the way we took it all off, piece by piece.
It needed it.
But yeah, we went through 2 cans of carb cleaner, and
It was nasty.
Took-
It was plenty nasty.
but it looks pretty good right now. So we're putting it back together, and then we'll put some B12 in there or Seafoam, because they're the same thing. Look on the back of the can. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. As soon as we put fluid in there, then we'll start it up and see if we can't pull it forward. We're not taking it anywhere just yet. Why you got your legs all propped up?
There ain't no room.
All right, guys, we got good news. There's our problem. We couldn't get it to drive, couldn't get it to go anywhere. Pulled that out.
Off the transfer case, that's your that's just what works your 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive on the transfer case. It's not working properly. We got under with a wrench, put it in 2-wheel drive. Now the transmission actually works to where we can move it. It engages like it should. Now all we got to do is bleed the brakes, and hopefully we can drive this dude here in a little while.
All right, we're out here. This is one of our Tahoes we've been picking apart from. The other one is back over there. It's tilted on the side. We're gonna just flip it on its side and then try to pull everything off. So we're gonna get the chains hooked up and then flip it and then pull that that one 4-wheel drive pinion out. I'm not really sure what it's called, but yeah, there you guys go. Sorry guys, we're fighting mosquitoes, so I didn't really show y'all. But we got a chain hooked up back over there, hooked into the door stop, and that's how we flipped it over. All right guys, we got good news. It does run and drive. Put it in reverse, went back out, drove it back in. We have to get, I don't know, another 4-wheel drive part, the activator for the 4-wheel drive, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to try to get it up to the show. We can get that 4-wheel drive activator here after a while. It's really no big deal, but we're just trying, like I said, we're trying to make it out there to the show. If we make it, we make it. If not, well, so be it. But we're giving it our best shot. But God willing, we'll get there. and he's let us figure out the transmission, and also let us figure out the engine. So it's two little simple fixes. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, that little activator thing that we're looking for, it switches it in neutral, and that's where this Jeep was the transfer case was stuck in neutral, so we could push it and pull it and do everything. But we pulled it, flipped the switch, it went into two-wheel drive. So I think we're pretty good. And yeah, let's see. And then we're going to come over here. We still have to fix the steering column. It's still wiggly. There's a bracket that actually goes up in here. You can see the bolts that we picked off out there. It's about the only thing we could get out there at Raymond's. We didn't get the other part for the transfer case, but
And it was too many mosquitoes.
yeah, we were fighting mosquitoes, so it was bad. But anyways, we got a bracket for this, so we can bolt this up, and it'll help stabilize it. And then we're gonna come back up in here, and we're gonna fix these little pieces here. As you have a washer, these little triangle pieces are broke, so we're gonna fix that all up, try to make it workable. I'll probably just weld some tabs on there or something like that. But we're about to fix the steering column.
And
Then we're gonna bleed the brakes because the brakes are still a little bit squishy. And we took off the anti-lock brake system, so we're just kind of running manual, or put it in there, stomp your foot on it, and hopefully stop. That's what we're going with. Man, because anti-lock brakes, running up and down some of these nasty muddy roads, especially up here in the Panhandle, Texas, anti-lock brakes suck. They never work. They let you slide off into a ditch, and you wish that you might have been pissed, but who knows. So we took them off anyways. Hopefully we can do some burnouts and just have some fun with the toy. All right. See you in a bit.
Well, the turn signal switch is not working, so we're going to take this apart and change out the turn signal switch. You need a T20 Torx and an inverted number 4 for these bolts here to take this plastic cover off. Once you take this plastic cover off, I already took the front side off, but once you take this plastic cover off, you can get inside here where the ignition switch is and the turn signal switch, and undo it, take it out of this harness, put the new one in there and mount it inside and put everything back together. And we should have blinkers on the left side again.
Now this one's just the primer coat. We just clean it up, put the primer coat on there, and then we will make our own patina. But I don't know if I can get it all in here, guys. But I mean, we got the engine smashed in here. We got the airbox smashed in here. We got, I don't know, I think it'll come out looking pretty good. So, yeah, we're going to get back to work on this project so you guys can blow us up. Yeah, keep watching, guys. All right, we were having a problem with the steering wheel falling out. So we had to go get the piece that hooks up to here. That hooks up with the bracket over there with the 99 Tahoe. So we have bolts in here that slide in here, and then we got to find some nuts to go on here. These pieces here, one of them broke off. I think it's this side over here. It broke off and it just doesn't stay in. So what I did was I just went and just put me some tabs on here. I just cut it and welded them on here so it holds in there, and then we can still stick the bolts through there and the bolts can still tighten up and this stays where it needs to be without welding, because originally these were glued in, but I don't like glue, so we're just going to weld it to where if we ever need to take it out, we'll just cut this little piece right here. It'll pop open and swing out, slide it in, slide it out. But I don't think it's ever going to break. Yeah, there it is. It's finally coming together. We still have to hook up some more wiring inside. That's just the prime coat on it.
It's nothing that'll keep it from running.
We're still going to do some body work on it. So a little bit of Bondo here and there, but not much. But I've straightened most of it out. All that stuff was, what?
About an inch thick.
Oh. Right here would be the rake that we got on the windshield. It's still pretty close, but I mean, everything seems to fit up just right. There's our cluster, our gauges, the radio, four-wheel drive. And over here is where we got our lights. We still got to put another one in right about here for our fog lights.
Dude, what are you doing now?
I don't know. I found some strong, flexible bond.
To glue the carpet down with?
Hell yeah.
I guess.
It says it's flexible.
We're going to find out how flexible it is.
Fast grab, easy application. Unaffected to moisture and heat or cold once cured.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We use it to put,
Oh,
I don't know, I think it was tile glue or something.
yeah, all right, we're going to find out.
It'll hold carpet. Come on. It's
it'll work.
tile. You put your feet on it.
Okay, we'll see.
So here's the deal, guys. We still waiting on parts. There's waiting on the radiator that we ordered, because like I said, that other one was backwards. That other one that we had was for a Jeep, not for a 350. 350, the water pump is on the opposite side, so it makes the radiator need to go the opposite direction. So anyways, I don't know if we're going to make it. Nah, it's not the finished product. We still got seats. We still have wiring in the dash, and it's not, that's just a primer coat is all it is. We're going to paint it all up. All right, after I sanded it and kind of cleaned it up, this still, I'm right in here. There's a big hump, and over here, there's a hump over here. I messed it up when I tried to put this whole piece on right here all together. I tried to put it on in one time and tack it all the way across and then keep going back. And then I was coming back over here to cut these. And as I started cutting it, everything started warping. And even though that I was cutting it with just a little angle grinder, but everything started warping and everything just went south. So I got another hood. I should have put it in. I should have put this together. One here, and then one there in 3 different sections. But, you know, that's what you get. Yeah, she's looking good. Hopefully I have some seats, but we didn't get that way, so we'll get some seats. Whenever we get them, we're going to go pull some buckets out that Big A has in one of his other trucks. But, yeah, looks pretty cool.
172.
Staying at 172.
172.
172, 176.
I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see. There's a real small clearance down there. We're gonna fix that later on, but it's not rubbing, so clearing's clearing, I guess, right?